anywhere on the internet, in YouTube, you end up listening to something that is of a different language, but you still like it. Maybe I
Mhm.
think Ksusha has
And it
has
brings
an
us
example also.
Ksusha,
Yeah, I
her
have a story
story.
of a crush that I've had recently. Yes.
Woo!
Oh my god! Tell us.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of our podcast where language enthusiasts talk about learning and stuff.
It's three of us here.
I'm Zoya,
I'm Taya.
And I'm Ksusha.
and this chaotic world we're all in need of safe space to speak one's mind, laugh, and enjoy life.
Because that's the only way to stay sane while
Zooming
through.
Chaos.
Today we have a topic that is actually connected to what we say about ourselves here, right?
And what
I
we
like
do.
it. I thought you were gonna say our topic today is actually connected to languages, you know.
Finally!
Finally, right?
Yes. One is gonna be connected to chaos because the name of the podcast is Zooming Through Chaos. But you know what? They're
It seems
tightly
us
connected.
are arcane. Yes,
They're tightly
it seems that we are chaos right now, so it's all
Always,
connected.
always. It's like when I say always, I remember what's his name? Oh, this is embarrassing. Wait.
Who are you talking about?
Oh my god,
no
the
idea.
actor who played Snape in Harry Potter.
Oh my
Alan
god.
Rickman.
Thank you.
Alan
Alan
Rickman.
Rickman, yes. Alan Rickman, and when he says this like iconic phrase, like after all this time, I mean the Dumbledore says, after all this time, he says like always. And I'm like, chaos, always. And I remember him. That was bad. Okay.
So
Yes.
here, okay. So yeah, topic of today's video. Zoe, can
not
you please
chaos.
indulge us? It's not
It's
chaos.
But it is. Because being a language enthusiast is chaotic. And we call ourselves language enthusiasts. This is amazing. I can't pronounce it. Language enthusiasts, but we've never explained why. And we've never
And what is
explained
it?
and we
What
never
it
explained
is?
what it means for us again, because it's not a fixed dictionary entry. Maybe there is one. We haven't seen it. Don't show it to us.
Please.
Didn't we invent this?
No,
term
we
by
didn't
ourselves?
coin it.
No,
I've heard it
no.
somewhere before. So unfortunately, no. But we
So
can.
that was your idea to call us this way, and we
Mine?
liked it really.
Okay. Yeah, I heard it somewhere for
I
sure.
remember that. Yeah. Mhm.
I remember hearing enthusiast. So enthusiast, sure, they're language enthusiasts. Yeah, I think they're.
But it's
It
like
is somewhere.
anything can be like sport enthusiast, book
Yeah.
enthusiast or something.
Anime
But usually it's
enthusiast.
like book
What-
lover, right? So I'd say it's somewhere there. So for me, being a language enthusiast is just you love languages so much. It doesn't mean that you speak multiple languages. For me, it's not. It's just you love it so much. First of all, it's learning something new. It's connected to languages. Boom, and you're a language enthusiast. Just like this.
Mhm. So for you, it's just loving languages. Is it connected to actually learning these languages?
You know what? For me, it's not. Because I'll explain. I do love Scandinavian languages, do not speak any of the languages. And as for now, I'm not sure ever gonna speak any of the Scandinavian languages, as I've tried and failed miserably. So yeah, for me, it's like just love. You can listen to French songs, admire French language.
Spanish songs.
Okay, why are you doing it to me? I like Romance languages do not agree with me. So yeah, any of the stuff, and just like the sound of the language, and not having this desire to learn the language you're listening to. So this is for me. What about you girls?
Well, I agree with you, Zoya. I think it's a good thing that you just said. It's not connected to learning languages. Still, if you are a language, if you learn a language, is it a foreign language or even your own language? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You like to learn something new in your own language,
Mm-hmm.
mother tongue. Maybe
Yep.
that's also something connected with language enthusiasts.
Of
But
course.
yeah, maybe. Why not? And if you don't learn some languages, foreign languages, but you still like, for example, listening to Spanish songs or Korean films, you like something
Watching
from
them.
their culture,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you still could be a language enthusiast,
Yeah.
because you end up anywhere in the on the internet, in YouTube, you end up listening to something that is of a different language, but you still like it. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
think Ksusha has
And it
has
brings
an
us
example also.
Ksusha,
Yeah, I
her
have a story
story.
of a crush that I've had recently. Yes.
Woo!
Oh my god! Tell us.
All right. Okay. Nothing serious. I will be over at some point.
You never know.
We'll see. We'll see. Yes.
Yes. Okay. The point is that I have never been a fan of any Korean idols. I would call it this way. Yes. If I remember that I had a friend who was a die-hard fan of BTS, and she was saying that, oh, I know everybody and all their, I don't
And
know,
I can
biography and
differentiate
this.
them.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I can differentiate them, and they are so beautiful. And I was like, really? They? Like,
Or Korean fans are gonna come for you, like, to our
yeah,
comments,
right.
please,
Yes, yes.
please.
Any haters are welcome there to say that I'm
Write your
wrong, but I
comments.
know. I know that I was wrong. I acknowledge that. So lately, recently, a week ago, the live adaptation of One Piece, live action of One Piece, streamed on Netflix, and it's a huge event in my life personally, because I binged watch it, and I started to binge watch everything connected to that. All my YouTube recommendations right now are there, and I got uh, really mesmerized by one of the actors who is Japanese there, and
What do you
it
mean
was
there? He's not in real life?
no, he's yeah, like it's an actor from there, from this adaptation,
Mm-hmm.
life adaptation. Yes, he is real, and I got really mesmerized by him and started just to binge watch every video I could find with him. And first, yes, it's a mix of all the languages actually, because for me it was first of all very strange to watch the adaptation of an anime. So for me, it was supposed to be in Japanese, but it's like released by Netflix, so I was watching it in English, and I was already a bit perplexed. And after that, I understood that the cast there, all the actors, they are from all around the world, and I started to watch just like all of them with different languages. So the main character, who is playing Luffy there, he is Mexican, and I was like, okay, I need to hear you speak in Spanish. Let's go. And I was watching all the videos of him speaking Spanish. And then I get back to my crush, and it's like, okay, you're Japanese, but were talking in English so damn good. I need to understand, like, how did you learn, or what's that? And actually, at some point, I found a video when he is walking in Spain and he ordered some food in Spanish. I was like, okay,
Crush complete.
yes, yeah. And
It's a
it was a
match.
short video. It's a match, like made in heaven. Yes, and it was just a short phrase, like "give me one of that," and then the person started to talk to him, and he said like "no hablo español," which is "I don't speak Spanish," and then they continued talking in English, but I was like, "Oh my god, oh my
It's
god."
perfect.
Yes, and it was not the end of the story, because the end of the story is that when I found myself somewhere in the evening watching him from some morning show in Japanese, just like looking at them and listening to what they're talking. I didn't understand any of that. But it was so fun to watch.
Hmm.
So I guess you can call that being a language enthusiast.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
And I wanted to stress that I guess the key word in language enthusiast is enthusiast, because the way Xusha just talked about all of it, she sounded really enthusiastic. And this is what it is. You just love languages. You love the sound. You love whatever language. Again, if it's just well, if you hear, you at least, I guess, speak some English. But if you're Russian, for example, and you love Russian language, and it happens, like, you're a language enthusiast. And it's just like anything you wanna, like, you want to have something to do with languages, but mostly just being, I know, excited. Because as for me, when I start watching a film, I was like, well, like, who's the director, for example? And for example, it can be a Spanish director. The actors are also like Italian, Spanish, or English, or French, or whatever. And it's so interesting for me. And if I also get caught up in one of the actors, I go and watch all of the videos on YouTube, and whatever language they're
So this
speaking.
episode is actually not about the language enthusiasts, but about our crushes, right?
Yeah, but most of my crushes are English speaking crushes, unfortunately.
Are they also
Yeah, so
language enthusiasts? Or you wouldn't say that
my
about them?
crushes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Because
I've got some.
people who was talking about, they were language enthusiasts, as far as I understood.
Maybe.
Aren't they?
I guess so. Like, I don't want to put labels on people, so like it's whatever. But yes, I would like to think so. But I have examples of language enthusiasts, and I think those are the people who inspired me to be one. And there are Damon and Joe. There was a YouTube channel. It's still there. You can go and watch it. They're like two people. They met in New York, I think. So a boy and a girl, and they just, I know, they, I think, bonded over languages because they speak multiple now, even Russian, just a bit. I heard them speak Russian, yes. But they're Americans. But the girl, Jo, she is originally from, oh my God, she is from, oh my God, what's this? What is the country? This is so embarrassing. Anyway, her native tongue is Portuguese, but it's not Portugal. So, anyways,
But
Brazil?
Brazil?
I think so. I think
Chile?
so. It's
Or
embarrassing. No, 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 no. I
No,
think
no,
it's
no, no. Chile is Spanish. It's
Spanish?
only
Sorry.
Brazil there.
yeah.
I'm
I think it's
Yeah.
only
sorry.
Brazil. This is why. Yes. So she speaks
Mhm.
Portuguese. She came to the USA with her family when she was very little. She like learned English, on the go and stuff. So, anyways, and the guy is also American. He now lives in France, in Paris. So he speaks French really fluently. And there are other languages, like they speak Spanish, they speak Italian, some Russian. The guy also speaks Portuguese. So, and some other languages. But it's so fun. And they also have some videos where they like explain, I know, how French works, for example. But mostly it's about traveling. So like they go to a country, they like the country, they start learning language, because the girl also speaks Greek and then some Arabic, I think from Egypt or whatever. And the guy loves French so much he moved to France. So like, you see, so for me, language, yes, the sounds are fine, but also you like, mm, culture and language are also connected. So
Of course.
you start liking the culture. For me, for example, with English, it's for sure. I adore British English, and I adore British people and the country itself. So whatever is happening, and I think I also a bit like them now, like a bit reserved, this dry humor. So like, girls. So yeah, so it influences you. So anyways, yeah. What about you? Do you know any language enthusiasts?
I'm like I was listening to you, and I understood that actually through the culture and through the anime in particular, I got into Japanese culture and
Mm-hmm.
Japanese language as well. So I can definitely relate to that. And yes, now I have a new goal to learn Japanese, to read all the manga, but let's not talk about that for now. I cannot actually, nothing pops up in my mind when we talk about the examples of language enthusiasts. But Tai, maybe you will get someone.
Yeah, I think I've got plenty of examples, but they are mainly my classmates, not classmates, but
Group mates?
mates
Groupmates?
from group mates from the
Mm-hmm.
university,
Mm-hmm.
and also from my Japanese courses, of course, because it's a Japanese course. It's already
Yeah, it's already quite
a
exotic.
place where people, yeah, it's already a place where people, some, col- how can you say that? Where people get together to learn a language. It's already
And also, like, you
definitely
choose
them.
it yourself, right?
Yes,
You go to
yes,
this
yes.
course, you choose it yourself, and you also need to prove somehow that you're of the right level or of the right mind, I guess, to attend the courses,
Mm,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Because
We've
it's
been,
free.
yeah, we've been
Tested?
picked up, selected
Ah, okay.
from a
Okay.
very big audience that were
Sounds
eager
very
to join
exclusive.
us. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I've got a privilege. No, no,
Why do
no.
you think that they are language enthusiasts? Only because they attended these Japanese courses, or you have some other like benchmarks and markers?
uh, they people that I know, they're not like YouTubers or bloggers. They're not popular somehow, but they like different languages. Even one person that likes one foreign language or their own language is already a good person to me. I like talking to them
If you
because
don't
it's
like
interesting.
languages, you're a bad person.
Even no, 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 even there are people who like Russian language. I also
Mm-hmm.
know some people from China who learned Russian and they like Russian, and they
Mm-hmm.
even, oh, I think that was an example from YouTube I got, that there are different words and that there are difficulties in Russian, and the foreigners, they discuss
Mm-hmm.
what are these difficulties in learning Russian. So it's a whole other
Mm-hmm.
topic, but still, people who just like the sound, like the culture of different people. They maybe
Mm-hmm.
in today's world, it's so much cool. It's so cool to know these people, to talk to them. I don't know, it's just a
Mm-hmm.
feeling that this person is a language
To
enthusiast.
me, it sounds more about like just being open-minded and
Yeah.
to see the difference, maybe different shades of everything, and see layers. I would say. I don't know. Maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
a pretty vague definition, but yes, I agree definitely that language enthusiast is first of all enthusiast,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like feeling inspired and stuff. And second, I would not actually agree with you that it's not about learning, because for me, it kind of at some point it comes to learning. So it may be just like listening to something or watching something, but the final step to me personally is just to start learning language. Maybe not all the languages, but at least some language. So, for example, I know that I will never learn French because I don't think that I will ever pronounce it the way it should be. And but I still love to listening to some songs in
Mm-hmm.
French. And I really love listening to a friend of mine talking in French, Vika, you know her. She like the way she speaks. Oh my god, just like
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
take
like a
everything. I will
music
give you
for
everything.
your ears.
Um,
Another crush.
yes, 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 yes. But I know that I will eventually learn Japanese because I'm interested in that. And this is, to me, like starting learning the language is the level of your enthusiasm. Let's put it this
Yeah.
way. So at some point, you got so excited with that, so overwhelmed with that. So it's like you need to channel that energy somewhere, and you
Mm-hmm.
start learning the language.
Yeah.
So that would be it. It's actually interesting. I still cannot think of any. No, actually, I. It's always a surprise to me to understand that some of the, I don't know, actors or maybe artists,
Mm-hmm.
singers know not one language, and I
Yeah.
was super
Oh my god.
shocked when I understood
Oh.
that Ben Affleck knows Spanish. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
we talked about it. Yes, he was like
He's married
preparing to
to
be J
Jennifer
Lo's husband.
Lopez. Ah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
And my crush, it pops into my mind. My crush, my
Which one?
promi, Christoph Waltz. He
Oh yeah.
speaks so many languages. Like it was in a Tarantino's film when I first saw him, and he
Mm-hmm.
was playing a role of a Nazi. He was definitely a very bad character there, but I liked the way he sounded. First of all, French, then German is his mother tongue, he's from Austria, then Italian, how he spoke to Brad Pitt there.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, they were buongiorno, and he was like la 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 pa 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 pa. It was amazing how he sounded. How did he learn all that? Even the intonation, that was
And
crazy.
English, of course.
And English, of course, yes, English, French, Italian, German. Wow,
Yeah, and he sounds pretty good in all of the languages. I
And I
absolutely.
actually just understood that. I remember that when we talk about the film, what is the name? Guardians of the Galaxy, and
yeah.
we have there this tree, which is Groot, and
Yeah.
who says only three words, like "I am Groot."
Mm-hmm.
I know that the actor. I don't remember the name of the actor. Please leave in the comments who was the actor who sounded Groot. So he actually. So he I'm losing the word, sorry. He actually sounded all the languages,
He
so it was like
voiced.
in Russian voiced, yes, thank you very much. He voiced all the languages, so the voice that we heard in our Russian dub, it
Mm-hmm.
was his voice, the
Mm-hmm.
voice of the original actor, and it was in all the languages. I saw a video, I
Really?
think somewhere. Yes, 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 I
I
saw
think
a
it's
video
Vin
somewhere.
Diesel. No? Isn't it Vin
Maybe.
Diesel?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think so.
We need someone who will help us. Is that so or not? So that is pretty an example, pretty much an example of a language it uses. Why not? If
Well,
you
it
even
was his
know,
job.
Extremely enthusiastic.
No, wait, his job. Come
I
on.
don't think so. I don't think it was his job. I think his job was only to voice it in English. But
Mm.
I'm not
But
sure.
again, it's
I
just three
mean,
words. So like they're like, we're gonna
it
pay you
sounds
extra
like a good start
$5,
to me.
please. No, I understand. Yes, of course. It's great that people like this exist. Yep.
Yes, and yeah, there are still lots of people that are around me. All the teachers that I am acquainted with, they mostly know a couple of languages, or they know English, but they are very enthusiastic about that. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very broad term, and we all can relate to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So to sum up, you're just enthusiastic about languages. You don't have to speak any foreign languages. You might just listen to some. If you're learning foreign languages, it's like
Good
points
for
to
you.
you for it. Yes, good for you. What else did we talk about? So we've discussed the language enthusiast term as it's for us. What about you guys, listener? Write in. Do you feel like you're a language enthusiast? Do you know any language enthusiasts? Leave a comment below.
Yay.
And thank you for listening to yet another episode of our podcast. That was fun to discuss.
It was. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
See
thank
ya.
you. See you
See
next
Woo!
you next
time.
time.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye bye.